General Hospital spoilers tease that after leaving rehab, Finn was eagerly driving to visit his daughter, Violet. However, he had no idea that his car had been tampered with, leading to a tragic accident. On the way, Finn was involved in a severe crash that not only claimed his own life, but also resulted in the deaths of Sam and Lulu. The accident took 3 lives, plunging everyone in Port Charles into grief and chaos. Finn, the loving father, never made it back to his daughter. Sam, who was preparing to donate an organ to save Lulu, also perished, leaving Lulu, who had hoped to be saved, unable to escape death's grip. These 3 sudden deaths triggered a chain of tragedies, not only leaving their loved ones in despair, but also raising questions about the true cause of the accident and who might have orchestrated this dark plot. The sudden death of his brother Finn left Chase with a deep emotional wound. To Chase, Finn wasn't just a beloved brother, but also a close friend and someone he deeply admired. The unexpected and painful loss of Finn, along with Sam and Lulu, left Chase devastated. However, instead of allowing his grief to control him, Chase decided to turn his sorrow into action. He knew something wasn't right about the accident and couldn't let things pass without uncovering the truth. With determination, Chase began meticulously investigating the accident that took 3 precious lives. At first, it seemed like a tragic incident, but his professional instincts and the unusual details led him to suspect something far more sinister. Chase scrutinized every piece of evidence, from the accident reports to the smallest details on Finn's car. After days of persistent work, he made a crucial discovery. Finn's car brakes had been tampered with. The car was unable to stop, leading to the fatal accident that killed Finn, Sam, and Lulu. Realizing that the accident was no coincidence, Chase felt a surge of anger. He knew there was only one person cruel and motivated enough to carry out such an act: Cyrus Renault. Cyrus wasn't just a dangerous enemy to the entire Chase family. He was a calculating criminal who would stop at nothing to achieve his goals. Chase recalled past conflicts between Finn and Cyrus, and suddenly, everything clicked into place. A clear picture of the evil scheme Cyrus had orchestrated. Chase couldn't sit idly by knowing that Cyrus was behind the tragedy. Finn's death wasn't just a personal loss. It was a deliberate murder. Cyrus had intentionally sabotaged Finn's car, resulting in the deadly crash that also claimed the lives of Sam and Lulu. The thought of Finn, his beloved brother, dying in Cyrus's wicked plan only fueled Chase's determination further. Step by step, Chase began gathering more evidence, seeking out any remaining clues to prove that Cyrus was responsible for tampering with the car. He knew this wouldn't be easy, as Cyrus was a master at covering his tracks and had significant influence in the criminal underworld. However, with his love for Finn, Sam, and Lulu driving him, and his hatred for Cyrus igniting his resolve, Chase refused to give up. He was determined to bring the truth to light and bring Cyrus to justice. Chase understood that confronting Cyrus could lead to unforeseen dangers, but he had no other choice. The pain of loss and the anger at the injustice had become his motivation to continue the investigation. He vowed that he wouldn't stop until he uncovered every truth and made Cyrus pay for his brutal actions. Chase's journey now wasn't just about uncovering the truth behind the accident. It was an act of protection for those he loved. Finn never returned to Violet, Sam couldn't donate her organs to save Lulu, and Lulu lost her chance at survival. Everything was too painful. But Chase knew justice had to be served. In his heart, the determination to bring Cyrus Renault to justice grew stronger, and this fight was no longer just for his family but also for justice for those whose lives were lost in Cyrus's dark scheme. Chase's investigation didn't only lead to the shocking discovery of Cyrus's role in Finn, Sam, and Lulu's deaths, but also unveiled an even more horrifying truth. Laura Collins, the mayor of Port Charles, and someone widely respected, had been involved in covering up for Cyrus. As Chase followed the trail that led to Cyrus, he began to notice strange signs pointing to Laura. At first, he couldn't believe that Laura could be entangled in such a dark conspiracy, but the mounting evidence left him with no choice but to accept the truth. Laura, known for her sense of responsibility and love for the community, seemed to have been caught in a difficult position. While she wasn't directly involved in sabotaging Finn's car, Her actions in protecting Cyrus from prosecution had dragged her into the web of guilt. Chase discovered that Laura, in an attempt to maintain peace and protect certain political secrets, had turned a blind eye to Cyrus's dangerous activities, which ultimately led to the tragic deaths. When the evidence showed that Laura had deliberately covered for Cyrus, not only Chase, but the entire Port Charles community was left in shock. Laura, once a symbol of integrity, now had to face the harsh reality that her decisions had contributed to the deaths of 3 innocent people, including her own daughter, Lulu. This revelation caused a crisis not just in terms of legal ramifications, but also plunged Laura into emotional turmoil. Despite his deep pain upon discovering Laura's involvement, Chase knew he couldn't back down. He understood that justice had to be served, no matter who was responsible. Laura, a person he once respected, would now have to face the consequences of covering up Cyrus's crimes. Laura's arrest for her role in the cover-up sent shockwaves through Port Charles, leaving citizens not only disillusioned with the system, but also deeply disappointed in a leader they had once looked up to as a role model.